morning, students. Our next concept is equivalence relation. In our last session, we had studied what is a reflexive, symmetric, and transitive relation. Okay. Next is equivalence relation. A relation R on A, that means set A is set to be an equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Any relation which is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, if three conditions hold simultaneously, then we call that relation as a equivalence relation. Okay. For example, see A equal to, I'm taking 1 2 3, set 1 2 3, define one relation R is equal to, suppose I'm taking relation 1 1 2 2 3 3, then 1 2 2 1. Okay, it's a one relation. Okay, first check the reflexive condition. Okay, I'm showing that it is a equivalence relation. That means you need to show that it is reflexive, symmetric, as well as transitive. See, 1 comma 2 comma 3 belongs to A. That implies here you can see 1 1 2 2 3 3 belongs to R. Therefore, R is reflexive. What's the condition for reflexivity? For all A belongs to A comma A must in R. See, 1 belongs to A means 1 comma 1 must be in R. It is there. 2 belongs to the set A means 2 comma 2 must be in A. 2 comma 2 must be in R. That is also in R. 3 belongs to A and 3 comma 3 is in R. Okay, so A comma A belongs to R. Therefore, it is reflexive. Then check the symmetric condition. Okay, what is the symmetric condition? Symmetric condition says if AB belongs to R. If AB is there in R, then relation is said to be symmetric, then BA must belongs to R. If AB is not there, then you can directly write it is symmetric. But if AB is in R, then relation is symmetric means BA must be in R. 1 1 2 2 3 3, these are all AA form. Now see, 1 2 is there here, 1 2 belongs to R and BA also there, right? 2 1 belongs to R. Okay, AB belongs to R as well as BA belongs to R. Only one ordered pair is there. AB BA form is there. So 1 2 belongs to R as well as 2 1 belongs to R. This implies R is symmetric. Okay, next is third condition, transitive. Okay, transitivity condition need to prove. What's a transitive condition? If AB and BC belongs to R. If two ordered pair in this form belongs to R, then relation is said to be transitive if AC belongs to R. Okay, if AB, BC is there in R, then AC also belongs to R. We call that relation as a transitive relation. Okay, now check. See, here 1 1 belongs to R as well as 1 2 belongs to R. Yes or no? See, AB, BC. Okay, AB, BC belongs to R, and also AC. What you will get if you take AC? You will get 1 2, right? 1 2 belongs to R. Now see, AB, BC belongs to R. Also AC, that is 1 2 belongs to R. Okay, condition holds, right? Therefore, R is transitive. Clear? How to check the transitive condition? AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, then AC belongs to R. You can check it for any ordered pairs. Okay. Now see, 2 1 here, 2 1 belongs to R as well as 1 2 belongs to R. Then see AC. What is AC? 2, 2, right? 2, 2 is there in relation R, therefore it is symmetric. Okay, this is how to check the transitive condition. See, relation is reflexive, relation is symmetric, relation is transitive. What it implies? This implies R is an equivalence relation. Okay, equivalence relation means it is symmetric, transitive, and as well as reflexive. Okay, this is how to verify the equivalence condition. Just remember, relation is said to be equivalence relation, then it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. In the examination they will ask, prove that relation is prove that relation is a equivalence relation. That time you need to verify reflexive condition, symmetric condition, and transitive condition. Clear? See the next question. Show that the relation congruent to is an equivalence relation on a set of triangles. In a set of triangles, you need to show that the relation congruent to is an equivalence relation. What's the meaning of triangles are congruent, sir? Triangles are congruent. Suppose I am taking two triangles, okay? Then triangles are congruent means their corresponding sides are equal and their corresponding angles are equal. See, this side equal to this side, second side equal to second side, and the third side equal to third side. And angle, this angle is equal to this angle, second angle equal to second angle, and the third angle is equal to the third angle. In a triangle, if corresponding sides, you know the meaning of corresponding sides, right? As well as corresponding angles are equal, then we call that triangle as a congruent triangles. Okay, congruent means equal, but corresponding sides or angles are equal. That time we say that triangles are equal or triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, now see here, you need to show that the relation congruent to, relation is congruent, it is an equivalence relation in set of triangles. First take the condition reflexive. Okay, here relation R is congruent to. Okay, what's a reflexive condition? A belongs to, for all A belongs to A comma A must be in relation R. Okay, in a set of triangles, I am taking on triangle 1. Okay, T1 is always equal to T1, right? Yes or no? One triangle, same triangles. What's the meaning of same triangles? Means their sides and angles are equal, right? I'm considering triangle 1. Again, I'm considering triangle 1, that triangle is always equal to the one triangle. Okay, see, element A is always equal to element A, right? Similarly, triangle 1 always equal to triangle 1. That means corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal. That time we can say that the triangle is equal. Okay, so reflexive condition, see, we know that every triangle is congruent to itself. Every triangle is congruent to itself. Okay, therefore R is reflexive relation. Okay, reflexive means A belongs to A. That means here see, set of all triangles are there. T1, T2, T3 up to infinitely many triangles are there. In the set of triangles, I am taking one triangle T1. Okay, see, T1 is always congruent to T1. T2 is always congruent to T2. T3 is always congruent to T3. Okay, all triangles are equal to itself. In other words, you can say that all congruent to are congruent to itself. Okay, all triangles are congruent to itself means T1, T1, T2, T2, T3, T3 belongs to the relation R. So, every triangle is congruent to itself. Therefore, your relation congruent to is a reflexive relation. Next, take the symmetric. Okay, symmetric. Let T1 comma T2 belongs to R. What it implies? T1 comma T2 belongs to R. That means triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. We are assuming two triangles T1, T2 belongs to R. T1 comma T2 belongs to R means what is the relation? Congruent to. T1 comma T2 belongs to R means triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. You see, triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. Okay. Okay. Here see, this side equal, this side equal, this side, and this side equal to this side. In other words, you can say that if T1 is congruent to T2, then T2 also congruent to T1, right? Check. Suppose I am comparing T1 with the T2. See, first side equal to first side, second side equal to second side, third side equal to third side. If sides are equal, then angles also equal. Okay, let it be. I'm taking sides only. Suppose I am comparing T2 with the T1. Now see, first side equal to first side, second side equal to second side, third side equal to third side. What it implies? Okay, T2 also congruent to T1. Okay, by this diagram you can say that if T1 is congruent to T2, that implies T2 also congruent to T1. Okay, so this implies T2 is also congruent to T1. See, ordered pair T1 T2 belongs to R means T1 is congruent to T2. If T2 is congruent to T1, what it implies? Ordered pair T2 comma T1 belongs to R. That's a condition, right? See, ordered pair T1 T2 belongs to R means T1 is congruent to T2. Then what's the meaning of T2 is congruent to T1? That means ordered pair T2 comma T1 belongs to R. Okay, therefore R is symmetric relation. Therefore R is symmetric. Okay, now verify the transitive condition. See, let T1 comma T2 belongs to R and T2 comma T3 belongs to R. I am taking two ordered pairs. Okay, T1 comma T2 belongs to R. What it implies? T1 is congruent to T2. T2 comma T3 belongs to R. What it implies? Also T2 is congruent to T3. Okay, now see, here I'll draw the diagram. Here T1, here T2, and here T3 are there. Three triangles are there. T1 is congruent to T2 means sides are equal, right? This side equal to this side, and third side also equal to the third side. Okay, corresponding sides are equal. T1 congruent T2. Then T2 is congruent to T3. That means see, T2 side, this side equal to this side, second side equal to second side, third side equal to third side. Okay, now see, compare T1 and T2, sides are equal. Now T2 and T3 are, sides are equal. Okay, see, suppose T1, this side is equal to this side. Then again you are saying that T2 side is equal to side of the T3. Now see, this implies first side of the triangle 1 equal to first side of the triangle 3. Similarly, see, second side of the triangle 2 is equal to second side of the triangle 1, and second side of the triangle 2 is equal to second side of the triangle 3. Why? T2 is congruent to T3. That means corresponding sides are equal. This side equal to this side, and again you are saying that this side also equal to second side. That implies this side is equal to this side. Okay, second side of the triangle 1 is equal to second side of the triangle 3. And take the third side. See, here T1, okay, third side of the T1 equal to third side of the T2. And again you are saying that third side of the T2 is equal to third side of the T3. See, first you are saying third side of the T1 equal to third side of the T2. Again you are saying third side of the T2 is equal to third side of the T3. By this you can say that third side of the T1 is equal to third side of the T3. Or I will take the measurements, that time you come to know. Take three triangles, okay, triangle 1, triangle 2 and triangle 3. Okay, first T1, T2, T3. First you are saying T1 is congruent to T2. It's just notation. T1 is congruent to T2. Suppose this length is 2 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter. T1 congruent to T2 means corresponding sides are equal. That means this side equal to 2 centimeter, this side is equal to 5 centimeter, this side equal to 4 centimeter. Again you are saying T2 is congruent to T3. T2 is congruent to T3 means sides of the T2 and T3 are equal. Corresponding side of T2 is equal to the corresponding side of T3. Okay. Now see here this side is 2 centimeter, then this side is 4 centimeter, this side is 5 centimeter. What about T1 and T3 then? Now see, first side 2 centimeter, first side 2 centimeter. Second side 5 centimeter, second side 5 centimeter. Third side 4 centimeter, third side 4 centimeter. Okay, by this you can say that T1 is congruent to T3. Actually, you are starting with T1 is congruent to T2 and T2 is congruent to T3. By that, our observation is T1 is congruent to T3. Clear why T1 is congruent to T3? Because corresponding sides of T1 is equal to corresponding sides of T3. Okay. Now see, by this you can say that T1 is congruent to T3. Okay. Okay. This implies T1 is congruent to T3. T1 is congruent to T3. Now see, ordered pair T1 T2 belongs to R means T1 is congruent to T2. Ordered pair T2, T3 belongs to R means T2 is congruent to T3. Then what's the meaning of T1 is congruent to T3? T1 is congruent to T3. That implies T1, T3. Ordered pair T1, T3 belongs to relation R. Okay. T1, T3 belongs to R means T1 is congruent to T3. But if we are getting T1 is congruent to T3, that implies ordered pair T1, T3 belongs to R. That implies R is transitive. Okay, now see R is transitive. Here see R is reflexive, R is symmetric, as well as R is transitive. Okay, therefore, what is our conclusion? R is an equivalence relation. Okay, why? Because it satisfies the condition reflexive, symmetric and transitive. By that you can say that given relation congruent to is a equivalence relation. Clear? See the next question. A relation R is defined on set of integers by R is equal to set of all ordered pairs x comma y such that x minus y is a multiple of 5. Show that R is an equivalence relation. Okay, relation R is equal to set of all ordered pair x comma y such that x minus y is a multiple of 5. Okay, what's the meaning of multiple of 5? See, 5, 10, 15, 0. Okay, all these are multiple of 5 because see 5 is divisible by 5. So 5 is a multiple of 5. Now see 10 is also divisible by 5. So 10 is a multiple of 5. 15 also divisible by 5. That means 15 is a multiple of 5. Now see 0 also divisible by 5, right? 5 zeros are 0. So 0 is a multiple of 5. Okay. So any number is multiple of 5 means that number is divisible by 5. Clear? So see ordered pair x comma y is in R means their difference is a multiple of 5. Okay. For example, see ordered pair 10 comma 5 you can write it as belongs to R. Why? 10 minus 5 it's equal to 5, which is multiple of 5. Or see 15 comma 5 belongs to R. Why? 15 minus 5 is equal to 10, which is divisible by 5. So 10 is a multiple of 5. So any ordered pair belongs to the relation R means their difference is a multiple of 5. That means their difference is divisible by 5. Okay. First take the reflexive condition. Okay. Now see, set of all integer is given. That means this x belongs to integer and y belongs to integer. Now take let x belongs to z1 integer. We know that x minus x equal to 0. Okay. Yes or no? X minus x is always equal to 0. Okay. Is a multiple of 5. 0 is a multiple of 5. Here I verified, right? Because 0 is divisible by 5. X minus x is a multiple of 5. This implies ordered pair x comma x belongs to R. Yes or no? Ordered pair x comma y belongs to R means x minus y, their difference is a multiple of 5. What you are getting? X minus x is a multiple of 5. That means we know ordered pair x comma x belongs to R. Therefore, for all x belongs to integers. Okay. Therefore, R is a reflexive relation. Okay. Now verify the symmetric condition. Okay. Take ordered pair x comma y belongs to R. Ordered pair x comma y belongs to R. What it implies? Ordered pair x comma y belongs to R means x minus y is a multiple of 5. Okay, now see, 15 minus 5, it's equal to 10 is a multiple of 5. Okay, we know it is 10 is divisible by 5, so it's a multiple of 5. Then what about 5 minus 15? 5 minus 15, it's equal to minus 10. We know minus 10 also divisible by 5. 5 into 2 is a minus 2 is a minus 10. So if 15 minus 5 is a multiple of 5, then 5 minus 15 is also multiple of 5, right? Okay, so our example see, 10 minus 5, it's equal to 5, it is divisible by 5. Or 5 minus 10, it's equal to minus 5, it is also divisible by 5. So if x minus y is a multiple of 5, that implies y minus x is also multiple of 5. X minus y is a multiple of 5 means x comma y belongs to relation R. Then what is the meaning of y minus x is also multiple of 5? Y minus x is also multiple of 5 means this implies y comma x belongs to the relation R. Xy belongs to R as well as yx belongs to R. This implies R is symmetric. Okay, that's a condition for symmetric, right? If AB belongs to R and BA also belongs to R, then we say that relation R is a symmetric relation. Okay, now verify the transitive condition. See, let xy comma yz belongs to the relation R. Okay, xy belongs to R. This implies x minus y is a multiple of 5 and y minus z is also multiple of 5. Okay, see, we know 10 is a multiple of 5. 5 is also multiple of 5. Add these two. 10 plus 5 is equal to 15, which is also multiple of 5, right? Because 5 3 is a 15. Or take one more example. See, 20 is a multiple of 5. 5 4s are 20. Plus 30 also multiple of 5. Okay, 5 6 are 30. What about 20 plus 30? It's equal to 50, which is also multiple of 5. That means if you add two multiples of 5s, then that answer is also, sum is also multiple of 5. See here, 10 is a multiple of 5, 5 also multiple of 5. If you add, you will get 15. Now see, their sum also multiply 5. Okay, so by this you can write it as, this implies x minus y plus y minus z. Okay, I'm adding x minus y, y minus z is also multiple of 5. That is, simplify this one, plus y minus y get cancels, x minus z is also multiple of 5. Clear what I am doing? See, this one is a multiple of 5, second one also multiple of 5, second one also multiple of 5. If you add two multiples of 5, their sum also multiple of 5. Using that concept, see, x minus y plus y minus z, clearly it is a multiple of 5. Simplifying y get cancels, what you are getting, x minus z is also multiple of 5. Okay, see, xy multiple of 5 means x minus y is a multiple of 5 means ordered pair x comma y belongs to R. Then what's the meaning of x minus z is multiple of 5? This implies ordered pair x comma z is multiple of 5. Okay, this implies, see, AB, BC, what you will get, AC, x comma z belongs to R. Okay, that implies x comma z belongs to relation R. Therefore, R is transitive. Okay, now write the conclusion. See, R is reflexive, R is symmetric, as well as R is transitive. Therefore, R is an equivalence relation. Okay, R is an equivalence relation. Okay, these are some problems related to equivalence relations. Okay.